Yes.
Great. All right, so I've just started the recording and I'm going to ask you the first question. So, hi, Sophia. How long have you been working in hospitality and what do you do in hospitality?
I've been with the hospitality industry since 2013. It's my first job and I've stayed with it. So I've started as a corporate trainee and with events, and I've been working around it for the entire time, actually. I've never left sales and marketing. I've just transferred departments but came back to events. So 7 years in the hospitality industry in sales and marketing.
Awesome. So what drew you into this hospitality industry? What made you want to work in hospitality?
Well, I actually really wanted to become like a flight attendant, but I don't know. I guess because I'm not sure if my parents didn't want me to do flight attendants. They said I've never been home and everything. I guess they were just very clingy about me, but um they knew also that I was a people person, and I knew in myself that I was a people person. I'm sure all hoteliers would say that they're a people person, but I guess it's the one that whenever we'd stay in a hotel or a resort, it's like I want to work here. I want to work here. It's like I've always just wanted to work somewhere where people make you happy, where people make other people happy. I guess it can also be like a passion project in a sense, or um, instead of a job, I just really wanted to do something that would, like, you could say job well done because you made a guest happy. So that feeling drew me into the career. It's not that okay, I'm done with this report, so I'm good for the day. But us hoteliers, it's like okay, I made this guest really happy. I'm good for the day, So yeah, so that's what drew me to the industry. It's the feeling. It's more of the feeling and the satisfaction you get when you're serving people or when you're serving guests. So
That's so cool, right? Like, I think for most of us in hospitality, really the biggest reward is when you know you've made someone happy. I think that's
yeah,
really good.
and at some point I was handling weddings, and knowing that you're organizing and executing somebody's once in a lifetime event and being part of it is something that I don't think any job or any other occupation can give you a satisfaction of. I mean, yeah, being their events manager will actually give you that sense of fulfillment, seeing the couple being finally married.
Oh my God. That's so beautiful. Okay. The next question for you, Sophia, is what is your most memorable incident at work?
I'd say, well, I probably have two. The first is when I guess it started out negatively in a sense but ended it positively. The first would be I would rank this 1.1 and then 1, something like that. So there's no 1 and 2. So um the first would be something that started out negatively. I mentioned when people weren't really willing to train me in an area. So I was actually really about to quit the hospitality industry as a whole. Um, but then on my last day of the work, I actually really resigned. But then on my last day of the job, some sort of hero came to me and mentioned like, okay, instead of just leaving, do you want to just transfer departments or transfer to my lead so that we can train you, we can shape you. So I did. So I transferred to a department, and I stayed there for 2 years. I stayed there for 2 more years. And that actually led me to a really great opportunity because that training just gave me a whole sort of new perspective about what leaders should be like. I was shown like what a true leader or even mentor would be like in the job. So it was a refreshing feel. So that was a really memorable experience for me. Um, because if all sorts of things, I mean, for the career, for personal growth, for personal character development also, it's like, it really shows you that, okay, you're not the most, you're not the most knowledgeable in everything. So there are people who are more knowledgeable than you, and you can teach your knowledge in a certain way that actually impacts people positively. So yeah, that's one. And the second one, of course, is when I met my future husband to be in the hotel, because we both work in the hotel. And the job that I had wasn't easy, but because you had somebody pushing you and like inspiring you to do some more, and being a more patient person that he is, um, just motivated me and like made me say, okay, now I realize why I actually still want to do the job. And yeah, it's actually the most memorable things that happen to me in the industry are involving people who actually inspire and motivate me to, or come back to the core of why I wanted to be in the hospitality industry in the first place.
Oh, that's so nice. So, when are you getting married? In
On
August.
August.
Congratulations, that's so beautiful. So what? How did you meet your husband? Did you guys have lunch together in the canteen or something, or bump
Oh
into each other,
gosh.
kind of thing?
Um, because I was in events. And he's from the front office, so, and he's not the type who's always in the morning shift. So, and I only realized that because I was handling weddings, and whenever I send my couple off, I'd spy him from at the front desk and say, like, oh, the guy's kind of cute, and then because as in events you have to be really close to the front office, like requesting for late checkout for your bride, and then all those sorts of things. And then so I was like, that guy's really cute. And then they're like, okay, he's single. And then we eventually went out as a group with his department, and then that's it.
And then, and then happily ever after. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so beautiful. Okay. Thanks for sharing that story, Sophie. It's Sophia. It's so nice. And I know I tricked you into saying it.
I know.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So what is one thing you want to keep in this industry, and one thing you want to change for the future of hospitality?
Okay, I guess this question was actually really challenging to answer, because it's like you go by the day. Not everything, especially in the hotel, not every day is the same. So, but the thing about this question was gave me a really good thought, because of the pandemic, it really made me ponder on what I'm working on, and what I'd want to keep is the warmth of that hospitality people give. I've seen in the news that there are hotels moving forward that won't even offer to deliver your luggage anymore, and when you get in-room dining, they'll just leave the meals outside your door, and you'll have to be the one to get it. Those things are okay, but it's just that there's still touches of the warmth of hospitality that I want. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure moving forward, people will be more on relying on robots and everything. And, there are already robots delivering your extra pillows or extra whatever you ask for. And that doesn't, to me, that's okay. But it just makes it more warm when you see somebody smile at you and deliver that extra pair of slippers or extra pair of whatever that you're asking for. So yeah, it's just the warmth of hospitality that I don't want to lose. Because we're all people persons, and what I want to change is, I guess it's the mindset that hoteliers are perfect. Hoteliers should be flawless, and everybody should be knowing what to do at every single point. I guess it's giving the guests mindset that we're also just people serving them, that this is our passion to do to do for them. So it's just that it's been difficult because there are, I'm sure you know that you've gone through the ropes of being in the hotel, and you know guests having the mindset of being, they're all in the know and everything. So I guess that's what I want to change, is that to shape people's minds that hotels are actually really doing their best, just like every other industry in this pandemic, to be of service and to actually do the best they can for people and staying. So
Great. I mean, this is even outside of the pandemic, isn't it? Like, where we want people to know that, we're also humans, and that, we all can make
yes,
mistakes, but then, it's the same for everybody, that nowhere is perfect, but we're doing our best. So yeah, I love that, to change the
yes,
mindset of the entire, it's not only just the industry now, but also the society, isn't it? Like the mindset of the society and the mindset of the users who actually come and experience the service. That's great. Okay, Sophie. Last question, and my favorite question actually, because I think this is one that is, I think it's quite powerful, So, one word that describes your core value working in hospitality.
this would be my favorite interview question too. This was asked to me when I was applying for my most recent job where I'm in now. And my answer stays the same. It would be the integrity of a person. In the hotel, as a hotelier, it's just so easy to just, cheat your way, or like probably steal your way into, I don't know, if you're F&B, it's so easy to steal your way into guest tips, or, just to get money from the cash flow that you have, or, get whatever from an event. But I guess the integrity of a person is something that is something that makes a person whole. It's not something that people can train. The skills can be trained. Skills can be trained. The knowledge of how to do what, or what to do when, can be trained. All of those can be trained, especially hotels that are actually really good in training can do all of those things. But your integrity and the competency of a person in the hospitality industry is something that I would really, really um, be strong on. And you will hear horror stories of people losing their job because of, let's say, I don't know, drinking, let's say, soda from somewhere, from an event that's not supposed to be. So those little things can cost you your job, and your integrity as a person can also land you places. If it's intact, it can actually give you greener pastures, and if it's not intact, it can actually just break you. So integrity is the most important value to me for life, through
It's
everything and
life
through
and in
everywhere.
hospitality.
So
That's great.
yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Sophia.